Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Apex Racing TV. Welcome to the Autodromo Nazionale Monza in Italy. Andrew Woodhouse here with iRacing Road Pro Series champion Alex Simpson. And Alex, we're expecting a really interesting night, a really fun evening's racing in the week of the Italian Grand Prix.
Yeah, Monza, what can go wrong? I mean, fantastic.
Everything.
Fantastic circuit, actually. But yeah, and I have to say, in this little MX5, the slipstream is going to have huge impact, and I think we're going to see some massive pack racing tonight. Should be a lot of fun. Of course, it is the GP circuit. We're not doing the old missing out the first chicane. So
no, that's for next season.
Yeah, at least we'll have that to sort of try and separate it up a bit. Of course, it is the final round tonight of the Summer Cup of this 4-part championship. So it should be very interesting.
Well, of course, you'll be looking out to see if there's anything interesting you need to watch out for Thursday. And yeah, there's plenty of pitfalls around this track. Very long straights, heavy braking zones. Turn 1 is going to be especially interesting. And we'll take a look at tonight's starting grid. Lando Norris on pole position. First meeting of the season for him. He'll be driving in free practice 1 for McLaren on Friday. This very circuit. Nathan Davis in second. Jamie Ayres third. Tobias Cherney, he's pretty much won the championship. He's in fourth. Peter Van Gool fifth. Nick McCarron 6th, Jack Ashton 7th, Alessio Colonna in 8th, Jason Cooper 9th and Luke Cooper in 10th, Kip Stevens 11th and Ryan Walker 12th, 13th for Adam Hedgecock, 14th Alex Roby, 15th Max Wright, then Charlie Summers, Scott Malcolm, William Daniels, Ben Mears and John Roberts rounding up the top 20. We have a total of 43 cars out there tonight. A few drivers who haven't taken part much this season so far. Norris, Summers did just last week, I think. Jack Gillette, Nick Astro and Burton are all out there for one of the first meetings for them.
353 points is the lead for Tobias Cherney, so a solid night's racing finishes will do him the world of good. And
he's pretty much done it, hasn't he, already?
Yeah, exactly. Cherney. 150 points though, Daniels and Roberts. That one is worth looking at. That's the AM Championship. We'll keep an eye on how the meeting goes.
Red lights are on at Monza. The green light is on. It's a poor start by Norris. Brilliant start by Davies. Great getaway off second place. And look on the outside, Jamie Ayres as well. Lando's getting swallowed up as they go towards the Rettifilio for the first time. It's Nathan Davis in the Apex Racing UK car leading the way. Hard on the brakes then for the Welshman. And he's still side by side. Davis has got the outside line. He's going to get the drive out of the corner, Alex, but he's the one who's going to be prey to the slipstream going through Curva Grande.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Norris will come back at him here. Of course, for a brief time, these guys were teammates in Apex Racing UK as well. I don't think they ever raced together when they were different cars, but yeah, they were sporting the same livery during the time. It looked like Nathan actually just tapping his brakes there just to get out of it and to assure that Norris has the line and they don't hold each other up. Wise thinking as Ayres was ready to pounce and get the pair of them.
Not the easiest corner to go go side by side through is Curva della Roggia, but Nathan Davis decided not to bother really with that. It was very quick, wasn't he, when we did the winter series in this car, Nathan Davis?
He was, yeah, very quick, and seeming like he's picked up where he left off. A few drivers having an incident coming through Curva Grande, and a couple of drivers jumping back to the pits. Massive checkup into the first chicane, of course, which is pretty customary for this place.
Jordan Giddins, Daniel Hunt, and Anthony Jacobson, the ones who've been sacrificed to the gods around here, I must admit. On the first lap, Nathan Davis leading the way. Norris is about half a second behind, as we can hear some spinning in Ascari, and I think it's Simone Nicastro who's bitten the dust there. And up the inside goes Alessio Colonna, Alex. He might take 2 here. He's taken Van Gool, and he might take Tobias Cherney as well, and he has. It's the championship leader he's just gone flying past.
Yeah, good move, as Trading Paints is just updating everybody's livery here. Sorry about that.
But this is going to be absolutely epic tonight. You can just tell, can't you, by looking at these drivers flowing across the line. Say flowing, it is like one big train. And Norris just pulling out to cover Davies. Ayres on the outside. Norris very late on the brakes, throws the car in. Hits the second curb pretty hard. Davis flirting with the gravel. It does keep him ahead of Alessio Colonna, however.
Yeah, the exit wasn't too compromised. So I love the way Norris has got his car painted all up in the McLaren orange and blue.
Looks
with
decent.
some of the sponsors on there as well.
Do like it there, Cal 333. And Ayres was, I think he was locking up into Rogier, very nearly hitting Norris.
That was good.
On the inside is Van Gool here. Alex taking fourth away from Colonna. Sorry.
Yeah, Colonna and actually Davis were very, very close through the De La Roger as well, and that's kind of what allowed Van Gool to get the run. So great driving between Davis and Colonna, but just a little bit compromised there for LSTO.
A few drivers taking some interesting interpretations of track limits coming out of the second Lesmo. It's not going to be as bad here though as we saw in Okayama, because I think and Belgium as well last week. Oh, it's very close between Colonna and Van Gool here. Van Gool on the outside. You don't often see 2x2 through a Ascari. Got it here though.
Gould desperately trying to hang on to the slipstream. Oh, there's really not an awful lot of room there, but
it's just the width of the MX5. That's all he's giving him. Colonna's going to try the outside in Parabolica, and he's going to use that green painted areas to his advantage, and he's going to take the position. Or is he? No, he's not.
Well, he'll get a slightly better run, of course, off here, so we should see him pull out of that draft at some point. But look at the pack that's coming with him. Of course, he wants to do well at his home Grand Prix.
Ayres, Norris just had the lead, I think, as they came across the line, but Ayres very, very competitive in this battle. Nathan Davies thinking about making it 3 wide as well. 3 into 1 does not go. Norris absolutely smokes them on the brakes though. Oh. And Davies smoked the tyres a little bit on the exit. No, that was impressive from Lando. He took such a shallow angle into that first corner, but somehow he made it. That was brilliant.
Reminds him very much of like Sutton on the brakes in the touring car. Just seems to be able to get the car stopped and made the apex absolutely perfectly.
That'd be a braking contest, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Between those two, and you add in someone like Wojciech Svidovic into the mix, that'd be excellent. Oh, because I mean, Ayres is no slouch on the brakes. We've seen him make countless brilliant moves over the seasons, and he's going through here in the Lesmo 1, and he has made it through. That's a great move by Jamie Ayres.
Oh, little punt from behind. Yeah, Colonna just nicking Davis. Davis does keep the car pointing forward, so it's able to continue.
This is getting very tasty out here on lap 3. It's a 15-minute race here. We've had 5 minutes 55 seconds, as you can see on the clock there in the top left-hand corner of the screen. Norris having a look into Ascari up the inside. Oh, he bounces over the curb, and Ayres does very well to react to that. He knew that danger was coming.
Yeah, he did, absolutely. What some of you
a great on-board shot from Davis, though, wasn't it? You could really see just that car flying through the air as he hit the sausage curb.
Oh, thank you for the camera angles there.
Yeah. Hey, I've got terrific. Good direction, mate. Good direction.
What some of you guys may or may not know, of course, this is Lando, the McLaren driver, but also Nathan Davis does a bit of contracting for Williams as well. So there's a bit of F1. There's a bit of F1 pride going on this grid right now as well, right at the front. So Nathan will want to get there. He's going to do it for the engineers at the Williams crew.
There you go, Williams versus McLaren. Sadly, it was a battle at the back of the field in Spa, but it's at the front of the field here today. And Norris again, and look at Jamie Ayres, he's having a go on the brakes as well. Colonna. This is a great battle, this. Look down. It goes down to 17th, William Daniels. It's only 5.8 seconds between the lot of them. Colonna just slotted in. You can see slight crumpling on the front of the MX5 as he said, it just gave that little punt, didn't he, through the Lesmo a couple of laps ago. We've lost a couple more drivers. We've lost Marco Barbanera and Daniel Bristow. A good start for our colleague. I don't know if the bribe money came through or did the check bounce. I'm not sure. We'll find out.
Steve Hefford, of course. Oh, who's that?
That's a spinner, and it's a really good question of who that is. It's William Daniels in the Northern Lights racing car.
I'm just picking up Hefford here in 17th place. People wondering why. Of course, he is third in the championship, desperately trying to see if he can.
Oh, look at that! That was just behind Hefford. There was two guys knocking the ever-loving hell out of each other there. It was
Rafe Cullinan, who we haven't seen for a little while.
Oh, we haven't seen Rafe back. That's good to see Rafe out there on the track.
On the track as well.
Alex Turney's on the grass. He's near the barrier. He's near the Clive Lawrence Bridge there on the.
Did he really just get that move done there, or did he hold on to it? No, I think he got the position there, didn't he? Unbelievable.
He's held on to something, hasn't he? Rafe Cullinan has lost 2 or 3 places. There's going to be a quarter panel here with McNally. Oh, and somehow they managed to survive that. I'm not sure exactly how that is, but Norris still leads. Look at that from Colonna. What a pass that was into Parabolica. Really, really good on the brakes. He just shot out from the slipstream at the very last second. You've got to have so much confidence to just dive into the move like that. And Ayres is now pushing Norris. They want rid of these guys. They want to fight it out between themselves, it looks like.
Yeah,
or does Ayres just want to push him past his breaking point for the Rettifilio, maybe, so he can have a go at the inside? I think that might be what he's doing. Oh, very late on the brakes for Ayres. Beautifully done. And Colonna, what a piece of braking that was by Alessio Colonna. Oh. And they're going to get stood together. Oh, and Norris hits the brakes, and they're all having to scatter around Lando Norris.
Yeah, Lando did well there. So often when you get stuck together like that, it just ends in an instant. You know, sort of spin into the Armco. Got out of it, saved it. He's going to live to fight another day. There's not long of this race to go. Just over 5 minutes. So you're going to have to make some moves. Sits in 5th place now.
Unbelievable that was, though. Really
was fantastic on the brakes. Yeah, he's 1.2 seconds. He's just about got the slipstream here of Jamie Ayres. So he might be able to drag back up to him in the last 2 or 3 laps of this race.
Unbelievable, Alex. And the action in the first race here is it's just fantastic. It really is. Some of the best stuff that we've seen here on the channel. We only need George Simmons here, and then he could be 2 McLaren employees up there on the track to take on Nathan Davis. The inside for I think it was Nick McCarron, maybe taking Charlie Summers into Ascari. And it is there in the background. You can see McCarron with the green wheels, just in that. It's quite a long shot, that, but yeah, McCarron, there he is on the left with these with that pack of cars behind him, including Max Wright and the 2 Black Star cars. In fact, 3 Black Star cars, because Kip Stevens is in there as well as Charlie Summers, and that's Luke Cooper. Jason Cooper's in the front pack, and he's just behind Norris with Cherney, championship leader on the inside, the German driver in the RSO car.
Yeah, Tobias, he's got his championship rivals well and truly behind him at the moment.
Oh!
Doesn't need to DNF this one.
Well, Jason Cooper's going for the lot here. He's going down the outside of Norris and Tobias Cherney into the braking area for the first corner. And we should... Oh, contact! Norris is around us slightly, and around fully is Tobias Cherney.
Yeah, that's important, very key. There's Hefford, so he's going to lose places to Hefford.
He just needs to finish the race, does Cherney. That's all he needs.
Anwar Smith is still behind him at the moment, but will it stay like that?
I don't think it's really important for where Cherney finishes. It's more important that he does indeed finish.
Oh,
and that's in jeopardy there after some contact between Cooper and Norris. Oh, Norris going flying over the curb, and there's a big contact. McCarron is around. Max Wright's taking some damage, as has car 15, Nathan Davis. What on earth happened there? I just saw Norris flying through the air. Let's have a little look then. What happened?
Oh, a little bit of contact with Davis.
He just carried a bit too much speed, did Lando, but it all kicked off behind. McCarron's car is absolutely knackered.
Well, look, from from Nick's point of view, see exactly what happened.
Oh, there was a bit of contact between Davies and Norris. That's what it was, going in there. I think Lando was very late on the brakes, Alex, and it looks like he just understeered slightly, and Davies was, unfortunately for him, in the way.
Yeah, on the outside.
Oh no, maybe not, actually. I couldn't tell what was going on, really. When I've seen that again, it looked completely different from the other angle. So there we go. But Alessio Colonna taking up the cudgels here, and well, he's monstering Jamie Ayres now down the main straight, pulls out just over the start-finish line, under that famous podium. And Peter Van Gool's quietly worked his way up into third place as well. Fastest final sector of the race from Alex Cherney that time round as well. Side by side into the Rettifilio. Colonna has mastered the braking ground there. And he's got the inside for the second part. He doesn't get a great exit. He lit up the tyres a bit, Alex, and that will allow Ayres to just regain that position. But he's now going to have the slipstream, is Colonna. And we've seen that he's fearless when it comes to taking these chicanes.
See Peter Van Gool in the mirror, can't you? Just creeping up on the left-hand side. His teammate ahead of him, helping him there. Ayres, all of a sudden, Colonna's having to go defensive into...
Well, Colonna's got nowhere to go, and the sooner he realises that, the better. He turns in Colonna, and that's not really... He should have realised, Alex, that he was boxed in, and instead he tried to just take his normal line, and of course he was going to hit Van Gool.
Yeah.
He just needed to stay and follow Jamie Ayres, didn't he, really?
Afraid so. He's going to recover. He still should get a reasonable finish here.
He's an AM driver, is Colonna, and to be honest, I think the only reason that he is an AM driver is possibly the fact that he's quite impulsive, it seems.
Well, I think once the season ticks over, he'll definitely get pushed up into the pro category. He's certainly shown the pace. But what that's done is really broken up the front. And this is going to be the final lap of the race. We've only got 4 seconds left on the clock. So this is going to be it for Jamie Ayres, I think.
It's going to be enough for Jamie Ayres. He comes down the back straight for the last time. Jason Cooper is in his mirrors, but he's quite small in the mirrors. 1.2 seconds is the lead. And Jamie Ayres is going to go to his 5th victory of the season. Rounding the curve of the Parabolica then. And opening up the throttle to the line. Round 45 of the BSR MX5 Cup goes to Jamie Ayres.
Great drive from Jamie. Good drive from Cooper as well. Got second in the end. Peter Van Gool third. Charlie Summers, is he going to hold on for 4th place? Will Norris get him? No, he won't. Norris holds off Ryan Walker there as well. Alessio Colonna does finish the race in 7th, which actually could have been a whole lot worse. Jack Ashton 8th. Look at this daggle. I don't know who come there. That was Cooper, Stevens, Hefford, Cherney, Alex Cherney. That was Jack McIntyre and Anwar Smith 14th with Adam Hedgecock in 15th.
10 seconds separated the top 23 drivers in that race, and yeah, just really, really good. And I think that's just indicative of the BSR MX5s and of Monza itself. Really, just gives a lot of opportunities and some really, really good action. We see it every single time. It's one of our favourite meetings. I think was back in 2015 when the BSR TC came here. We had an absolute ball, didn't we? And hopefully it's going to carry on throughout this week of the Italian Grand Prix.
Yeah, indeed.
Hopefully we get some action on the Sunday as well that's similar.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah, fantastic. We've just got a few drivers coming across, actually. Alex Roby and Simone Nicastro, we saw off at Ascari on lap 2. Mark Westwood, Nick McCarron just getting to the line. He's done well to even make that back, after taking that unprecedented damage.
He had a lot of damage there as well, McCarron.
Yeah, ridiculous how that car was actually once he'd...
yeah, look at it.
when he tried to make it back to the pits. He couldn't even drive it straight. He was nearly tipping over in the corners, so well done to McCarron for even getting that back home. And with that, he actually gives himself a chance, Alex, of taking a front row starting spot for race 2.
Indeed he does. And of course, for those people who don't know, we'll go through the results in a second. Of course, there's 4 races tonight. That's not the end of the action. We've got 3 more of those. There's a reverse grid. I'm going to spin a reverse grid wheel in a moment and see where the pole position is going to be. We'll have a little 10-15 minute break while they get the new server all set up and everybody in and connected. And then we'll go straight back to the action. So until then, Stewart House through those results.
All right, let's do it. Jamie Ayres takes the win by 1 second over Jason Cooper. Cooper, of course, was very, very impressive last week. And, taking the win in race 1 in the previous meeting. Peter Van Gool in 3rd, Charlie Summers 4th, Lando Norris in 5th, Ryan Walker just behind in 6th, Alessio Colonna 7th, Jack Ashton then in 8th, Luke Cooper in 9th, Kip Stevens in 10th. Steve Hefford was the man who's 3rd in the championship. Well, he finished in 11th place with Alex Cherney in 12th, Jack McIntyre 13th, 14th for Anwar Smith, who's 2nd in the championship, Adam Hedgecock 15th, Adam McNally in 16th, John Roberts 17th, and Rob Graham in 18th place. Then going down the list there, Craig Jones, William Daniels, we saw him facing the wrong way at one point, Carl Hardy 21st, and David Ayres, Tobias Cherney. Rafe Cullinan makes his return in 24th, Max Wright 25th, Carl Jacquelet in 26th, Benjamin Mears in 27th, Michael Barry 28th, Peter Knowles 29th, and then AJ Burton in 30th, Mark Westwood, Simone Nicastro, Alex Roby, Nick McCarron, Nathan Davis 1 lap down in the end. Was that a disqualification for Davis? I'm actually not sure.
Thinking some in a crash, didn't he?
Oh yeah, he was a penultimate lap, wasn't it? Scott Malcolm in 36th was 3 laps down. And then retirements were Marco Barbanera, Daniel Bristow, Chris Farris, Jordan Giddings, Michael Key, Daniel Hunt. And Anthony Jacobson, I'm not sure he took the start.
I'm not sure he did as well.
I did see him on the chat. So what are you doing in the chat? Get in the race.
Yeah.
Come on.
It's worth pointing out live timing has been available tonight. I've just posted the link in the YouTube as well. And of course, we feature an event viewer as well. So you can see absolutely everything that goes on in that race. And there's a few thousand different events in that one. 20 minutes, that'll keep you busy.
Well, I will point out that occasionally it says people have crashed, but that's only because they go under sort of a minimum speed. So you will see that at the beginning of the races here, especially with how tight the first corners are. But generally, in the rest of the race, it does function as intended.
I'll actually lower the threshold a little bit for this one because it is pretty short here, isn't it? Pretty slow. So I'd knock it down to 30k. Just to sort of see. Right.
Because the first corner is only about, 50 kilometers an hour, 60, something like that. Yeah.
So let's bring up the spinny wheel and see who's going to be on the pole position. Looking like it's going to be 30th, so a pretty sizable one.
So AJ Burton goes on to pole position, with Peter Knowles alongside him. Then it's Michael Barry, Benjamin Mears, and Carl Jacquelet making up the top 5. That should be very interesting indeed. Championship leader Tobias Cherney starts in 7th, so a bit of a blessing in disguise for him. So we'll see how he goes when we return here on Apex Racing TV from Monza here in the BSR MX5 Cup.